walk into a bright bedroom.
Don't make me come up there.
You are not allowed on my moral high ground.
Go on, Cal.
There's a lot of sun. I like the sun. It makes me feel at peace. And the windows open, and farm sounds filter the air. Crickets are chirping, even though it's daytime. And the cow moves.
What are you giving me here? Haikus?
These are the details.
Get to the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
In case you forgot, the subject was sex, not farm animals.
Moo! Moo!
Bruce, there's a curve. It starts at the shoulder, and it travels up the neck to meet the jawline. I would follow that curve on my lover with my fingertips and with my lips. I love that curve. I'd love to just lay there for hours tracing that curve. For me, that's the good stuff. That's it.
It's very nice.
No.
But
What?
But it's not a story. I want a story.
Bruce!
Something like, Dear Penthouse Forum, I am a shy college student at a small Midwestern university, and I never thought this would happen to me.
You want stories? I can't give them to you. You have to have your own stories.
I can't remember them, Cal. Can't you understand that?
Hey down there, are you still discussing sex?
Bruce is frustrated.
Sexually frustrated? I'm coming down.
What brings your decline and fall?
I wanted to see how the other half lives. So what's this about Bruce's frustrations?
What have you been telling him?
Bruce is just angry because he doesn't remember much about life before the Oats.
What's the big idea?
Oh dear, dear. He's just not fortunate like us.
What do you mean fortunate like us? You can't remember anything about the past either.
I can too.
You're a liar.
You're a liar for calling me a liar.
You'll have to prove that.
I just might.
Then answer this. When was the last time you had sex?
Moral high ground.
No moral high ground for you until you answer the question.
If I'm going to answer your question, you thug, I demand that you clear the courtroom.
What?
I'm not going to spill my innermost secrets in front of Cal. Sequester him to the mound of silence.
Mound of silence? I thought it was the moral high ground.
Just banish him!
No deal. You want me to take back calling you a liar? You prove yourself in front of both of us.
Archie, don't worry. I won't laugh.
When was the last time you...
Yes, yes, yes! All right already. Well, okay. I seem to remember. Yes, it's coming clear to me now. That's right. Vision is forming. I see a small logging community in the Pacific Northwest.
A what?
A small logging community.
Yeah, that's right. I was a lumberjack, and I wore a smart plaid flannel shirt, and I had work pants and suspenders, and I had a best friend named Jacques. Anyway, Jacques and I were working in the forest one day, felling trees and what have you, when we heard what sounded like a woman calling for help. "Do you hear that?" said Jacques, and he said it that way because he had an outrageous French accent. We moved towards the sound and found what looked like a woman lying helpless in the grass.
Oh dear.
She was beautiful, and she had long brown hair pulled back in a braid, and she was clutching a riding crop in her dainty bejeweled hand, and her name was Anya. She was the princess of a czar vacationing in Canada. Anyways, she told Jacques and I that she had been thrown from her horse and sprained her dainty bejeweled ankle. So Jacques and I carried her back to the sleepy lumbering village, and then Jacques left with an "au revoir" and one of those French "ah," And shortly thereafter, I proceeded to ravish her. And we ravished late into the evening and throughout most of the morning.
Did you tend to Anna's dainty bejeweled ankle?
Yes, I did, Calvin. Between ravishments.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Whatever happened to Anya?
She had to go back to Russia a few days later with her father. Last I heard, the family was doing quite well, overtaking small Baltic nations.
Art, that is unbelievable.
You got that right.
Pardon me? I didn't quite hear that last comment.
There wasn't a speck of truth in that story.
There were several specks.
You made the whole thing up.
Liar!
You're the liar.
I categorically deny that.
I don't care. There wasn't the smallest glimmer of truth attached to anything in that story. You were never a lumberjack. You never had a French zany sidekick. You never rescued a Russian princess.
A bejeweled Russian princess.
And there was no ravishment. None! Your life has been and will continue to be ravishment-free.
That's not true.
It is true, and it's very sad. It's sad that you don't have a woman to remember, so you have to make one up. And then you choose one that's so far out of the realm of reality, she belongs in a historical romance novel.
I'm not making this up. Anya is real.
I believe you, Art.
Admit it, you've never loved a woman. You've lost out on an incredible experience because you've behaved the same way outside as you do in here with us. You are an unlovable, insufferable misfit that no one cares about!
Art, don't listen to Bruce. You're a lovable misfit, and you're very sufferable, usually. And I care about you. And I bet Bruce does too.
Count me out.
And it doesn't matter if you've ever been in love or had sex. You've got the rest of your life to find someone.
Who am I going to find? We're in an oatmeal canister, in case you forgot that point.
We won't be in here forever.
How do you know?
Intuition. Somehow I know I'm going to make it back to the farm, to Clucky and the cows and the curve of my lover.
You're just dreaming.
Sure. Well, why not if you can? But I think it's stronger than that. Because each time I dream of my return, it reinforces that I will make it back. So I think you should dream about Anya in your ravishments as much as you can.
Yes, Calvin, about that scenario.
Because it's true. It has to be.
Yes, well, let me explain something.
It has to be true, isn't it, Bruce?
What?
Wait, just a minute.
The story about the princess. It has to be true, right?
How do you figure that?
Well, you keep saying Art has no creativity. And if Arthur made up that story, which he didn't, that would mean Arthur is the most creative person here. And that would make you a liar.
It'd also make Bruce creatively inferior to me.
So it has to be true, right?
It has to be true, and it is true. Anya lives.
Bruce?
Bruce?
I guess the story's true.
Yay!
Okay, I have an idea. Let's celebrate with a game of I think.
Yes, let's.
I'm not playing.
Oh, come on, be a sport. Okay, here goes. I think, with this thought on the brick, a thought that gives my head and heart and soul a link.
Is this a person, Cal?
Yes, Art.
Is this person beautiful?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so.
Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead and ask.
Does she have curly brown hair?
For you, yes.
And is she attracted to lumberjacks?
For you, yes.
And blue eyes?
And a glimmering tiara?
Yes. And it's sunny there.
And she loves you.
And you're happy.
And you're following the curve,
And you love her.
tracing it.
And you're holding her.
And you're happy.
And you found peace. And you found the curve. And that's it. That's all you need. You found the curve. And you're at peace.